Hello and thank you for joining us. In this presentation, it's all about knowing what files are shared with your employees and the ability to copy them into your box tenant. It's a mouthful. Well, you're probably wondering if you should be watching this video. So here's a couple of questions to help you get to that answer. Do you need to know what files have been shared with your employees? Do you need to know what files that were shared with your employees have been unshared or deleted recently? Do you need to copy files shared with your employees to your box tenant? Well, if you answered yes to any of these questions, it probably makes sense to watch this video. So let's get started. Here we are in Box, and of course, I want to create a box sharing report, and that application can be accessed at either a document or folder level. In this instance, we're going to integrations on a document level and choosing box sharing report. Now, this application that allows you to see all the files shared with employees will only be accessible to people who belong to a particular group. So you need not be a box admin, but you must belong to a particular group in order to have access to this application. Now, I've got two high-level options here. I can create a report that will tell me all about files shared with one or more employees, or I can actually copy the files that have been shared with one or more employees. Now, I can copy as long as that share includes download rights. It includes download rights, and yes, any files shared with an employee can be brought into your box tenant. Now, why don't we just create a report for now? When I do create a report, I have some options. I can include all managed users in this report, or I can just select one person. All right, so anything shared with Adam's storage is what's going to be in this report. I can also say, show me a specific domain that is sharing files with Adam's storage, or leave it blank and it'll be all files shared with Adam's storage. Now I'm going to run a new scan, as you can see here. New scan to say, show me now what is being shared with Adam's storage. I can include shared folders if I like. All right. I can include new items in this report from the last scan that was done and the current scan. Idea being anything newly shared with Adam's storage. All right. I can include unshared or deleted items from the last scan. So in other words, I run a scan now. I had previously run a scan. Anything that was unshared or deleted between those two scans, I want that in the report. I want to know what was removed from Adam's storage's shares. Also, I can include all items from previous scans if I want to see everything. Okay, so some various options for your shared report. Now, I'm going to select a folder as to where I want to put this. Navigate through Box. We'll choose Adam's Demo folder, and I'll hit Select right here. And that's telling me that the destination for this report is Adam's Demos. So all I do is hit Submit. When I do that, it will send me a notification letting me know that report has been created. And here, of course, is the shared report that was created. Let's open these columns a bit, show you what's in here. So we've got the name of the files that were shared with the person we selected, because again, it could be everybody that's managed or just an individual person. Files are what we were after. Here's the owner of the file and the owner's domain. All right, remember we chose one person. This is that person that the file was shared with, or the files were shared with. Those files were originally created on this date. The domain that owns the files that were shared with our employee is right here. All right. The date it was shared right here. And of course, who actually shared the file. So it's that easy to see what files are being shared with your employees. So what have you learned? Well, you learned you don't need to be a box admin to know what files are being shared with your employees. You can easily copy files shared with your employees to your box tenant. So what are your next steps? Well, it's time to reach out to MicroStrategies so we can help you like we help our other clients.